guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, this place is to be you, where we talk about you, yourself, what will make you better, what will define you, and what will build you. So you stick around, subscribe to my channel, like this video, check out my other videos. Yeah. And to my returning subscribers, you're welcome guys, you're welcome. Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'll be talking about confession. What is it about confession that you need to know? Do you know how confession works? Can you relate to its reality? Well, you stick around to the end of this video as I walk you down on what you need to know about confession. What is confession? Confession, according to Mercy's dictionary, says that confession is what you say to have. Yeah, that's my own definition of confession. It's okay, you can take other people's reference, other people's definition of confession, but you know, when you want to do something to make so much sense to you, you have to bring it down to where you can relate. So this is me saying confession is what you say to have. What do I mean? Confession is your weapon to bring down things that are not into reality. Yes, you bring them down to reality. It may not be present now, but they are into existence. It's just time and chance that will happen to them to come to manifest. To become successful on any journey or any project you're embarking on, once you say you are going to come out successful, my dear, you're going to come out successful. Not because you've just said it, but because you've let your mind believe that. You've let your mind accept it. Like you've let your heart also agree to it. And whichever step you are taking to, you have it in your mind, in your heart, that you're successful. And you take every measures to walk down into perfection so that it will turn out successful. You can, like, I can relate with my UNN story. I have to tell you that story on a different video. Yes, I will have to tell you that. But the bottom line is, your confession is what you say to have. And note that your confession in your confusion is the conclusion in your condition. Yes, your confession in your confusion is the conclusion in your condition. That is confession for you. It concludes everything in your condition. So you must not let your confession work against you. How does confession affect you? Confession defines you. Oh yes. Someone may ask, how does that work? Growth is natural, like our body grow out naturally, our hair grow out naturally, and the likes of other things. But the things that we can control, we are morally, socially responsible for that. Oh yes. The level you are in, you're responsible for it. I hope you know that. Yes. Because you can't say you're too old or too young. Any level you are in now, you are responsible for it. Your confession binds you, and you are bound by the confession. Yes. So whatever it is that you want to have, at every level you want to get to, once you've confessed it, you walk like you're walking towards it already. You can't say you want to come out with good grades and you're not working. Like once you've said it, like every part of your body conforms to it, like by default or not, they all work together to achieve that success. So you did not start failing an exam the day you forgot those lines in your examination. No, you started failing the time you made yourself confess that this exam hard though. Like it be like saying I still go carry or like glass. That's the time you started failing. I tell you, because if you haven't made that confession, or if you haven't tell yourself that, your mind and your heart, okay, they are at rest, like no how, like they all have to work hard for you to come out successful. That's how powerful confession is. Confession defines you. You are confession, and confession is you. How far you can go in life is determined by your confession. It's the time. Some people, they are just there. My father didn't leave anything for me. My father is the cause of all these things, and they are bound by that word. So they can't make any progress because they think their father is the cause of their problem. They refuse to see that they are morally responsible, they are socially responsible for the level they choose to get to in life. Your confession builds mindsets. What do I mean? Confession is what defines the mind. The mind, your thoughts can actually create its own pictures, its own imaginary words, but your confession makes the mind believe it. Your confession makes the heart say it, and it beats by your confession. Your heart beats by your confession. Your heart beats by your confession. That's how powerful confession is. Growing up, you may not have a very good upbringing, you may not have a very good storyline to tell growing up, but as you are responsible now, what do you do with what you have? Note that confession is what you say to have. So what do you do with what you have? How well do you how well do you say it out? Confession is what you say with your mouth. Confession is words. So what do you do with it? Confession can be your strength. Do you know that? It can be. Some of us don't know that confession can work for us, and some of us don't also know that confession can work against us. When you say something, the universe hears it. Your mind also hears it. Your heart also receives it. So there are different things that receives your confession. Like, imagine the universe holding you to your words, and your heart is holding you to your words, and your heart is holding you to your words. What will stop you from becoming successful? What will stop you from taking that bold step, from saying that thing you want to say to that person? What will stop you from taking up that lesson? What will stop you from picking up that program? It's just your confession. Because once you say it, you start working towards it. If it has to take you to do extra jobs to do that, if it have to take you to do a whole lot of assignments, do this job for people just to get that finance to start up that program, that's confession for you. To me, I know how powerful my confession is. I don't know, but I know how powerful confession is to me, because the level I am now, my confession has brought me this far. I've not gone global the way I want to go. I know that my confession is so powerful that I don't just see anything. Like, sometimes I'm so down, I'm so stressed, like I'm so faced with challenges, but I'm conscious that my confession is what defines me. Yes. There are things I'm not ready for now, but I'm also careful not to allow my confession limit me. Confession can limit you. How far you can go in life is through your confession. Quote me wrong, take me right, but this is the real truth, whether you choose to accept it or not. Confession limits you, and like, your confession can limit you in the negative way. Your confession can uplift you in the positive way. So how powerful are you using your confession? Please, if you've been using your confession against yourself, consciously, unconsciously, you have to stop that now. Like now that you're hearing this, you have to stop that now. You have to stop it, because it can work for you. Your confession, yes, can work for you. Don't forget that your confession in your confusion is the conclusion of your condition. Yes. So you don't have to say anything in your confusion. You don't have to conclude in your condition. Yes. If you have stayed up to the end of this video, thanks for staying up to the end. If you're getting value, let me know that you've gotten value in this video that I've shared. Like, comment, please guys, comment, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thanks for watching.